Hi everyone, welcome back to Freak Talk Show, and I'm Yomi Israel. On my far right is
Chego,
and to the middle,
Bewa.
Today we will be talking about a controversial topic, which I know you, the viewers, will have a lot to say about, and the topic is Big Brother show. I know this program is a universal program that is taking place all over the world, but recently we noticed that a lot of people, especially from our own country, Nigeria, Africa, a lot of people are calling or seeking the help of the federal government concerning this program. And we discover most of these people that are really going after this Big Brother show, most of them are Christians, Muslim. From what we all see, as a result of this program, a lot of people has been able to achieve so much. A lot of people from poor background has been able to, beat their chest, and that today I'm able to do this. I've been able to achieve this. I've been able to acquire this. A lot of people has become millionaires,
yes,
so to say. So concerning this Big Brother show, Shegzi, let me start from you. What is your take? What do you think about this program? And before we go to what you have to say concerning what the religious settings are saying about it.
Well, like you have said, thank you very much, Yomi. Like you have said, that people from poor background come out of this show and their lives never remain the same. And this is what we are talking about here. I'm not supporting the Immorality Act that is going on.
Me too.
On the show.
I don't think any reasonable person will come out and say I'm in support of immorality.
Yes, exactly. So I'm not supporting the Immoral Act going on the show, but the main point of this show is that people are coming onto this show and their lives never remain the same. Not only lives, but their status, the status of where they were before, changed to become a different status. A normal person on the streets goes into Big Brother Nigeria and comes out as a celeb. This is what this show has done to numerous lives that has gone through this show. So, that's what I can say for right now.
So, if I get you right, this Big Brother show, a show that has come, and they should allow the show to stay.
Exactly.
Without criticism, without nothing.
Yes.
So, thank you. Bewa, what do you have to say? At least you're starting on this topic.
Well, I won't condemn it. Big Brother is a good show, and it's a show that has helped a lot of people, that have taken people out of the streets and put them like sitting with kings and with the people that really matters in the society. But that being said, we'll still have to look at the immorality aspect. I won't say they should completely sweep it off, end the show, no, because it has done more, I would say, more good than bad. But if they can just censor it, know their limits, what they can do or what they cannot do, I think I'm fine with that. It should be censored.
Well, to me, I wouldn't say they should be censored, because this is just like bringing people into a house. What would you do in your own house? Would you censor your activities in your house?
Okay, for instance, take YouTube for an example. YouTube is a place where you can showcase all sort of things, all manner of things. Instagram, let's say all social media, for example. You can do whatever you like, but there are still guidelines. You are restricted from doing some certain things. You are restricted from saying some languages. You understand? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
not that they shouldn't be real. It's a reality show. But at the same time, they should have some things that they'll say, oh, you can't do this thing. I think the immorality aspect make most religious leader is the thing that is making them condemn this show, whereby you see girls bringing out their boobs and all that.
I think where most of the critics are always coming from is that most people, they always question or agitate about Big Brother locking a certain group of young people or young adults in a room without asking them to do nothing. That's what part of what I heard.
No, they do a lot. So they play games and that.
So my thing is that now let's go back to the religion settings.
Okay.
Most of these people, the critics, most of them are either Christian or Muslims, like I said the other time.
Yes.
What do you think? What are they doing from their own
From their own hand.
from their own end to tackle? Let's assume Big Brother, like they said, Big Brother is a show originated from the pit of hell or whatever. Because
I won't say that.
No, I'm just in quotes.
Okay.
Because, if these guys are not using such statements or such word to qualify Big Brother show, why are they calling for the federal government to cancel the show? It means these guys are seeing this show or the program as a threat to their religion, to their belief, which is a medium that enhance or teach young people how to go against what we believe, what the Christian, the Muslim believes. So the major reason why they believe this platform was set up is for immoral acts, to practice immorality. So what exactly do you think the kind of approach the Christians, brothers, the Muslims are giving to it? Do you think that approach is the best, by just calling for the federal government, who has never, I've never had that federal government help or they are the one that set up Big Brother? I think it's a private organization.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a one-man show, somebody sat down and put things together.
Yes.
Thought about how to enrich young adults.
Yes.
And do you think the kind of approach the Christians, brothers, the Muslims are giving to it is the best approach? Let me start from Bewa.
Okay, I won't say they are giving the best approach, because before you can condemn something, make a provision, make an alternative. And I strongly believe the reason why they are condemning it is because people are like, is the immorality aspect.
The immoral act.
The moral act.
Okay.
So,
can you hold it? Are you a Christian?
yeah, I'm a Christian.
So do we have immoral people that practice immorality in your church?
Of course we do.
So do you guys close your church because of such people?
No, that was what I first said. I said I would not say they should close the show. But if they can censor it. Big Brother is a show that you still see people that are not doing, most people that have won in the house, they were not engaged in immorality. That means if you don't show your boobs, if you don't show your private part, your penis and all that, you can still win. The show will still be interesting. We have people like Lekon, we have people like, even right now, look at White Money for instance. People like that, not everybody, not every one of them sleep. Like, when I'm talking about immorality, you can't tell an adult what to do.
Yes.
If you like, you have sex in the house, that is your own cup of tea. But don't make kids, don't open your private parts to the camera and let them see it. Those people that are under the duvet doing whatever they want, that is their own cup of tea. But don't bring out your private part and let people see this. So concerning the religion, I won't say Christian, because even the Muslim, they totally condemn it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a Muslim has ever.
Yeah, we had the Arewa group, or is it one group from the north, which are Muslims group?
They are rising against it.
They are calling for the federal government.
So what are they doing?
The show.
Those Muslim Islamic leaders, the Christian leaders, like you rightly said, I've never seen a show that they organize like these people. They have the money, they can actually come with things. This 90 million is involved. This season, it's 90 million naira. So you won't tell people, oh, don't go to where you get 90 million, of which they will still be demanding for offering from you, from the token you are making. So I'm not saying Big Brother is a bad show, that they should cancel it. Of course, no. It's a way of starting, like it's something that can change a generation for life. Not even that person only. But the religious leader, I strongly stand that they should find an alternative if you want to sweep Big Brother out completely, which I don't support. But the only thing that I don't support is the showcase of the private part. If they can take that one away. I'm not saying they should go there and start preaching. I'm not saying they should go there and start singing, praise God, hallelujah, and all that. But don't let us see what you always cover with clothes, all in the name of reality show.
Thank you, Bewa. Take for instance, there was a time the Islamic group were kicking for the youth corps to stop putting on pants. I think sometimes, don't you feel like in Nigeria or in Africa, most time we are always over religious.
Right.
I would call that hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy.
Like, what does that have to do with the service?
Not only Islamic. I used to have this group of people back in my polytechnic days. I think they attend Deeper Life or something. Yeah. They don't wear
Trousers.
pants, trousers. So I approached one of them one day. I said, sister, but you wear pants, like your underwear. You wear underwear. You wear this thing that was tight.
Leggings.
That you normally wear under a
The
skirt.
underwear.
The tights.
Growing up, even my parents, they believe that tight is a sin. If you put it on, that's a sin. But you know, nowadays the modern Christian, even those that are really condemned trousers, they put on tights.
Yeah,
and
why
after
you
put on skirts.
You put on tights.
So,
I was the one in my family. I was the one that actually started wearing pants. Because I was like, wearing mini skirt, short skirt, and you know we use a bike and all this the Okada in Nigeria now, and you want to climb this thing, you have to be covering and covering. But if it were to be this, you just climb. And even that skirt, there was this. I'm sorry to say, this nasty thing that all these street boys they do then. When you stand as a girl or a lady, they'll bring mirror. I'll stand behind you, looking at what
you're wearing.
Like with pants, nobody can do that.
Okay.
So I agree. I strongly agree. We are sometimes over religious.
In this case, we are not strongly over religious. We are just being hypocrites.
Okay, let's take that.
Because when we are saying over religious, is not the statement to say, but we are being hypocrites. Now, when they were talking about the Bible saying that in Christian aspects now, the Bible is saying women should not wear what belongs to men, men should not wear what belongs to women. In that time, what the Bible was saying, because we are all Christians here, thank God for that, but we'll still go back to what we were talking about. In that time, they were talking about men that used to go to war.
Okay.
And now they said women cannot wear what a man wears to war as an attire, because what it is meant for war. So that's why the Bible was talking about women should not wear what belongs to men, not these pants. So when we get that aspect, then we will stop talking about women should not wear pants and men should not. No, it was just talking about the aspect of war. In that case. So now coming back to Big Brother, it's hypocrisy that we are displaying in Nigeria, that we are talking about not wearing pants. Please, those things that Bewa mentioned, are these women not wearing it?
Yeah.
They are. So why are we hiding under one finger?
No, it's not about wearing of pants or this.
No,
what I was saying was...
No, I'm just saying, I'm kind of leaning towards what you said about women wearing tights and they wear skirts on it.
Yes.
So is that not hypocrisy?
That's a level.
So why don't you just wear it and show
that pants, if that trouser is a sin, then why are you covering? Let's assume that trouser is color black. And
Exactly.
you're putting on white skirt on it. You're putting on white and black.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So if they ask you how many color do you have on? White and black.
That is it.
Right.
That
so why
is
are
it.
you trying to make it to look like it's something different?
Why are you making it a sin when there is no sin in there? So now, talking about the Big Brother, the people in Big Brother are all adults. I cannot
be responsible for whatever.
Be responsible for your action. That is it. I cannot censor what you do in your house as an outsider. Even though you put it on YouTube, I cannot censor it. So I don't think they should be censored because they are responsible for their actions.
I don't even think it's included in Big Brother's rule that you can come to this house and commit adultery, immorality. I'm not
it's
sure.
what they it's not. It's not a rule.
It's not a rule.
So
I'm saying if Big Brother wants to make it a rule, he or they can make it a
and
rule.
Guess what?
For instance, you cannot fight in Big Brother house.
But people fought.
Then they get disqualified.
I don't.
Look at Erica.
The two guys that this season, 2 guys fought this season.
Maybe they didn't exchange. If you exchange,
they fought.
I
don't think
that is the criteria they use to disqualify people. I think people are voting from outside. It depends on the numbers of votes.
Look at Tasha. The season before the last one, Tasha too got disqualified because she fought.
I think
she was pushed by
me too. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of it, but I'll start watching it.
I don't really watch. I think the last season I really watched was Bisola season.
Okay.
Yeah. But
that
I
was
just
2 seasons ago.
You've seen yours.
I look at it on Instagram.
Okay.
Yes, I look at and I see there are a couple of people right there that you can see the highlights of what happened. So I think in Big Brother house you cannot fight. So sometimes they kind of want to push you to fight so that
what
you
you are saying is that it should be included in the rules.
They can say you can't fight.
Okay.
Don't expose your. Look at when Bisola season. Bisola had an affair with this guy, Tim Totoni, and everyone was like, "Oh, Bisola's baby is
Are they really showing you acts? Are they really practicing
That is where I'm going.
Are they really making it public?
Wait, the way Big Brother was before, far before, I mean Big Brother Africa, they showed them up to the bathroom. So for them to have cut that part, that they will stop showing that, they can still do more. They used to show everything, even if you have said, look at what's this girl's name, Steph.
But that's not even right.
I forgot her name.
Exposing their privacy.
That is the sign of
showing but now that's why that shows they are trying to improve their system.
That's it.
For not showing
now it, they are improving.
Now imagine their critics telling the government to ban the program. Now assume that these guys are not even having sex, but they are merely showing their private parts on the national TV or wherever and corrupt anybody watching them. It will just look as if you are watching porn.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like if they can move from showing everything and kind of
do you know what
take that part out a little bit, they can still do it. Like,
you know
if you want to do anything under your duvet, that's left to you. It's on your own. But don't show your private part.
Do you know that?
My question is: are these guys showing their private parts during this
under their duvet?
Some do. Not all of them do. Some do. Like, was it?
So that means.
Was it last week? I saw something. I told you I don't watch the show, but I just
you
see
watch
highlights.
it in the spirit.
I just saw the highlight. Like maybe the lady just
removed her shirt.
And during Bisola season, there was this lady that took out removed her shirt. And we saw everything. She wasn't wearing bra, nothing.
But do you know that is a choice? The person made a choice at the moment to do what? Remove.
Okay, let me now tell you.
So
if you want to,
even in
if you
some
want
churches,
to,
even in some churches,
Yes.
so there are so many ladies if they are permitted.
They will remove it.
You understand? And
Yeah,
that's
if they are
why the
permitted.
ushers used to make sure some ladies don't come to
Okay,
the
I
front.
like
So they don't tempt the
Don't-
pastor.
thank
But
you.
remember, this is not a religious
This is not a
setting.
religion.
They are
Exactly.
permitted.
This is a public settings. This is
not a
general.
church.
And let me
This
tell
is-
you one
and
thing.
Even TV shows, go to the studio, you will see a lot of things that the church, the mosque cannot stop.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay, I'm
And
not
guess
on the
what?
national TV
Bewa,
station.
guess what, Bewa? This part that we are talking about, we are against this immoral part, that is what is making people to wake up in the middle of the night to watch this thing.
Yes.
If you don't get it,
Yes,
this
if
is
that
what
is
is
the
promoting this show
If that
to be
is-
stronger.
I hate
to be a
know.
bearer of bad news,
Yeah,
though.
I hate to accept that is what is promoting that is what is promoting the show. I hate to admit that.
I don't
because
think
that shouldn't be
yeah.
the main reason why people
It
watch
shouldn't,
the show.
it shouldn't,
There are
but
other
this is the
games.
reason.
If
This
you
is
look
the
at this
major
thing,
reason.
You know,
See, I have a family member who
Yeah.
watches from, I guess she started watching from season 1 to whatever season they are right now. Guess what? I guess it falls in the middle of the night here. This my family member would wake up in the middle of the night and be saying, this person has started,
Yeah.
this person has
That's
done
why
this,
a lot of people
she
are
has,
making fun of them.
you know, this is what interests people.
Yeah.
By you taking it off,
yeah.
it will kill the show.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If this our show, if you feel like, okay, we are not getting a lot of views and all that,
And we
are
start
not people-
shaking
and
our
start
bum to
shaking
the
bum.
camera.
Do you think we should do that because we want people to actually see it? This show is to correct what is not right or to discuss about what is not right and let people learn and let people gain from it. That is why we are discussing about this Big Brother.
Yeah.
The religious leaders, they are wrong for saying they should
Stop
cancel
the
it.
show.
Exactly.
And at the same time, we won't shy away from the fact that there is immorality in Big Brother. As far as this our show is concerned,
Of course.
we always balance the equation. We won't shy away from immorality. You can say, okay, because someone wants to see someone's boobs, someone wants to see someone's this, that's why he wakes up in the middle of the night and start praising that person. No, that's completely nonsense to me.
Yeah, but
It's
that
nonsense, but that's-
part of the reason why a lot of people are waking up.
Are
to
waking up.
watch this
It's
thing.
part, but we won't say that is right.
That's why I said in the
We will
beginning.
not
No,
say
that is why I
right.
said in the
There are
beginning, I
other
hate to be the
reasons.
bearer of bad news.
Yeah. Like I love Bisola then because Bisola, we call her Miss Versatile then. She can act, she can sing, she can do everything. All sorts of
Did
things.
she win?
And she didn't win. She was actually supposed to win, but she didn't win. But trust me, she is doing better than Efe.
But do you want
Presently, she's even doing better than the winner because she, though they said Bisola had sex with Tinto Tony or something, but we didn't actually see it.
don't you think
Bisola did this, we didn't actually see it. But look at their presentation, look at what she has to deliver. That is the part that I'm more interested in. What they have to deliver and all that, what they can showcase. Look at Keme. She's is a fitness trainer. Keme actually brought that into the house, train people, and if you go to the guy's page right now, you will see celebrity in his
I think
fitness
part of
center. and
where
all
many
that.
people are not getting that show right is that they actually set up that show for young people to come over there and showcase what they are made
Yes.
up of.
If you
That is
don't
it.
have
And from
anything,
there,
they won't pick you.
because
I'm sure.
that
They will
that
not even
show
pick you.
after participating in that show, people will be able to know you for what you are
You
doing.
are.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
me as a hairstylist. If I go to that house now, I start doing everyone's hair and say it every time like, oh, I have a salon and I have this. Before you know it, after the house, you see celebrity coming to my this thing. I think that is the main thing that place is all about. But
Yes.
because they make it a reality show, they now give them freedom, like
do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
And because it's a game, engaging in immorality, some people will lose voters.
My question.
Some people will lose fans.
Yeah.
You understand? That is why I think that is why they just leave them. Like, okay, if you want to have sex with someone, look at Boma and what's the other guy's name?
The girl.
Yes, she's a married woman, and
Yeah.
the guy had sex with her. They did.
She literally
Both of
said
them
she
are
literally
out
said
now.
her husband understands.
No,
she gave
he
it.
cheated on.
She literally
People
said.
are actually waiting now
No,
to
because
see
I follow this thing on my Instagram, Pulse Nigeria,
Okay.
and she literally said that her husband knew what would happen already, and that her husband understands. So therefore, our husband knows that it will not be a big deal.
But the guy is feeling guilty for sleeping with a married woman. Like, knowing fully, can you do it? Knowing fully this lady is married and you still go ahead and...
It's against what I thought.
Okay, what about you?
It's against my rules,
So
my
you
belief.
see people out, they just fall. It's either you go there and get made, or you go there and they break
But
you.
talking about this guy, the Boma or the and the other lady, are you guys really sure they slept with each other?
They did.
I think they did.
They did.
Initially,
You think? Are you
No, they
sure?
did.
No,
They did because
You know we are
initially they said
mentioning their
it's
name.
a script.
I'm just saying, do you guys have the proof?
Wait,
Pulse Nigeria would.
Initially,
Pulse
they said-
Nigeria can pull up the video because those guys are always
Okay, you are making
Initially, they
reference
said-
to
Pulse
Initially,
Nigeria. Yeah.
they said they were acting the script that they gave to them.
Uh-huh.
But stepping out when they got evicted, you know, trust Nigerians, they showed them out the same time. First, the guy, the lady, and next, the guy. So when the guy stepped outside and Ebuka was like, oh, this and that, the guy had to apologize.
So that means he
Felt
did.
guilty. That means it's not a script.
He did.
You
He
can't
had sex with her.
apologize based on script now.
Yeah.
They ask you to just act it. That means he did.
Okay, let's come back to the attacks on the show.
Okay.
Don't you think? I know out there the Christian. I don't know about the Muslim, but I can say what I know as a Christian. I know in many churches they organize quiz competitions, different kind of show. Don't you think most of these guys, I mean the church and
church.
the other settings are coming for this big brother because they feel like the prize, the winning prize that they are putting on this show is kind of, you know, huge to compete or to shun whatever moves they are making in their own end.
So are you saying that the price is too much for the church to
I'm
handle?
not saying that. I'm only asking you guys that. Don't you think this could be the reason why some of these guys are coming for these people? Because if we only talk about, or if we only make reference to the immoral acts, this thing is happening everywhere.
Yeah,
Even in the church.
Right.
In so many churches, you will even hear they suspend some workers.
Because of
acts. You understand?
Yeah.
So do you think?
Don't come for me.
No, nobody's coming for you.
I'm not even
The thing is, are you a worker?
I'm not even commenting on that.
Especially
Do you work
choir.
at your church?
They go to choir practice and they do.
Well,
I'm not even commenting.
if you go for the choir,
It's okay.
we can easily
I know
talk
you guys
about
are
everybody in the
quiet.
church.
I know you guys
You are
are
only
quiet.
mentioning them because that's a group in the church.
Exactly.
It's about you, the members.
Exactly.
You fail to listen to your pastor. You
do whatever you want.
Okay, let's
Your
move
own
on.
is worse.
Okay, let's move on. All right.
So now this is it. Are we saying the money, this 90 million naira is too much to give to certain people?
The money is a huge amount.
It's a huge amount, but
be sincere.
compared
No
to
money.
buying a single jet, what they call private jets. Tell me 90 million naira would buy a single private jet.
Are we going to go there?
We have to go there. We have to see this is Christendom here.
Okay.
Now we are Christians here. We can relate it back to the Bible. when some certain set of people went to meet Peter and the other disciples,
yes.
and they said, the widows are not, excuse me, the widows are not being fed. The widows are neglected. Peter said, we cannot leave our position to be attending to the widow, but we will assign people to do that. And now when, in the book of Acts, when the Pentecost came, and the Holy Spirit came down and all that good stuff, the Bible made us understand that people were bringing what they had to the church. And what they had to the church, what they were bringing to the church was using it to feed the less privileged. And that was how the church was expounding. That was how they were able to attract people.
Yes.
Jesus himself, when Jesus came and he wanted to preach, he said, where is food? He saw 5,000 people, crowd. He said, first thing Jesus said, he didn't say, where is the... Let's start ahead.
So which means miracle will not only attract people to the church.
Exactly. So now... Goodwill. Because they knew that Jesus would feed them. So they came to Jesus. And Jesus said, where is food? And they brought food. And Jesus was able to do the miracle there. And they ate. When they ate, they were able to sit down now and listen to Jesus.
Yeah.
So are you telling me 90 million naira compared to a private jet is too much? For a single general overseer? Not general overseers. Because I'm not going to say my denomination, but there are different denominations in Nigeria that, as you know, I was reading an article yesterday, and a general overseer was talking about another general overseer. I'm not going to mention it. Or am I permitted to mention it?
Going after one another.
Okay, so now he was talking about another general overseer, and he said this bigger general overseer has 11 accounts that has billions, not millions. 11 accounts that has billions.
I think this one,
and
it might share it for us. 11 accounts with billions. This is another younger general overseer with facts.
I'm not sure if it is with facts, but this is another general overseer, a very renowned general overseer. Okay, so now this younger general overseer says that this bigger general overseer has 11 accounts with billions. He said that even the federal government cannot run one university, but this general overseer is running 4 universities without any problem. So are you telling me that 90 million naira is an issue?
Please, if I may ask, why did the younger general overseer come out to say this?
Because it feels like things are not done right.
I feel like these people, I'm not supporting someone having private jets and all that. So I'll just say maybe you got it.
If there is need for private jets, but I think there should be moderation. That's my own stand. There should be moderation.
There should be moderation.
Listen, let me tell you, as a pastor or general overseer or BU, I don't want to know your title in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If back in the days, if you even buy tricycle or whatever, and you have poor people in your church, people can still come after you.
Yes, they will come after you.
My thing is that if there is need for it to propagate the gospel, get it and be moderate.
And not
moderate. But when you are now not for the use of the whole church now, not for the use of the masses, the poor or whatever, but for your own, when you are making it personal, mine. That is pride. You guys, these guys have taught us a lot about pride, about self.
Aside from that, even buying that, then you not only want private jets. You buy the first one, you buy the second one, you buy the third one, you buy the fourth one. Tell me what you are using 4 private jets to do. Are they not servicing these planes?
Wait, I understand. What I was about
the maintenance,
to say,
the maintenance cost is high.
To say is about all these Christian leaders stabbing themselves at the back. When you said the younger general overseer said this and that, you see, they don't even have unity among them.
No, actually, it was using it to
Before we
even.
go to that
It was
unity, I'm
actually
still
it was using it to praise the bigger general overseer.
To praise.
To praise him, like
Now.
yeah, it was using it to praise him, like yeah.
So
this
it's not criticizing.
It's not. It was not even criticizing. It was
Like
using it to
he's rich.
Yeah, it's something like that. He was using it
That
to
God
praise
is really
him.
blessing him. He's
Exactly,
doing well.
he's doing well.
You are doing
He
well.
can do whatever he wants. That's one out of how many general overseers we have in Nigeria.
So, you know why I talk about unity? These people, let's assume, let's just close our eyes and assume that
Before the
they
issue,
don't,
hold
one
on, let me
person
cut
cannot
you.
afford.
Let me cut you. Before the issue of unity,
Okay.
don't you guys think that the other religion settings can come up with a system that, because number one, you I took my time and I picture something, or I have a thought about a business. Mm-hmm. You never know the hard time I went through to come up with the business. Mm-hmm. And the only thing you want to do is to tell me how I'm not doing it right. Mm-hmm. I will tell you you are wrong.
Yes.
Because I'm not a perfect person.
Yes.
But I want to say, don't we think these guys, the church, the Muslim, can also set up a system or a standard that we compete with Big Brother?
That is where
and that's where the unity comes in. Mm-hmm. And that's part of that's what you've been talking about.
That was what I was trying to say.
That was what I was trying to say. Like, let's assume one person. We all know that one person can afford it, but let's assume one person cannot afford 90 million naira to do like Big Brother show.
Yeah, I know that.
Can they just please come together? Because Big Brother, that 90 million is not from one person. Mm-hmm. It's not from one person. It's not just one.
They have a lot of sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. To cut you.
So
yeah.
My question again. Hold on. Mm-hmm. If the GOs or the churches are saying this thing is too big for them, most of the people that partner with Big Brothers,
they are Christians.
Most of them are Christians.
Right.
If they are not Christians, they are
Muslims.
Don't you think they will also partner if you guys come up with something reasonable, something that makes sense?
I won't say they will partner 100%. Reason being that they already know most of these GOs. If you give them 10
they are
naira,
selfish, right?
Yes. If you give them 10 naira, they will cut it. It's the way they will have 7 naira to themselves.
I'm also surprised why somebody will leave my church and go and sponsor unbeliever and trust that person over me. Then something must be wrong with me.
That is it.
Then
you should check yourself.
Something must be wrong with me.
Yeah.
I should also check myself.
Okay,
yeah.
You know, I'm a Christian. You are a Christian.
Yeah.
He's a Christian.
Yeah.
Are you really happy when all this criticism is coming towards our fathers in faith?
No. Nobody is happy about
No one is happy. I'm not.
You can't just in a situation whereby it's hard for you to even defend that your father. When you know that your father is
because
wrong.
They are not even ready to listen to take
you know that your father is wrong. When they are
so that's what will make your own son to go and sponsor your enemy against you.
True.
Like, for instance now, some Christians, we are in America. If you want to have a project back in Nigeria, we all have pastors before we move there.
Yeah.
Some people would prefer to
We've had a lot of stories.
Loads.
A lot of people confide in their former pastors, trying to do business with them.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
Story that touches
the heart.
That breaks
these same people try to partner with unbelievers. People that
they are successful.
You told us that they are going to hell. They are truthful. They are more truthful. Why is it like that?
It's just so sad because I'm always, I won't say always, I'll say 80% of my time on Instagram. When I see people bashing, talking wrong things about GOs and all that, sometimes I want to defend. But how would I defend someone that has a private university, that even the church member
cannot go?
Like it's unbeliever. Someone that did ritual,
Baba Alajis.
Someone that did ritual, that killed someone to have that money, that will be able to
only
afford.
that will go.
Children are doing well in the
Now, this is it. Let's talk about the Muslim setting. If you as a Christian want to send your child to mosque, they will tell you renounce your religion. They will not admit you. They will cut you off.
That's a point, right?
No, they will cut you off.
You will never be admitted if you are not a Muslim.
If you are not a Muslim into a Muslim school.
Okay, no.
Now, why are Christians now admitting the Muslims?
On that note,
an unbeliever?
I would say it's the way that Christianity is, right from the days of Jesus. Jesus is open hand.
He's not discriminating.
Yes, he welcomes everybody. So they can justify it through that, like, okay, we are open. Is when you are open to someone.
Okay, you are open, fine. I get it. I get it. Now you said they are open arms, right?
Yeah.
But with that open arms, they are increasing the fees.
That is where
every day.
I don't support.
Tell me.
That is why.
Is that an open arms?
Why would a ritualist be able to afford the school fees that you use my offering
to build
and my tithe to build, and me because I sell hata or I sell whatever
meat, chicken,
in the market, I can't afford that university. It doesn't make sense.
That's what Sam was Shegzi was saying. It's not that he's trying to discriminate.
But I just want them, because if they listen to this, they will say, no, we can't say go away because our Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes,
we understand
these guys they are our brothers. But there's no how. It doesn't make sense when you have food. You are a woman, you prepare soup and food, and you have your own children at home in your house. They are starving, they are hungry,
and you leave them,
and you are calling other people's children
from outside
to come and eat.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't add up.
No sense.
It doesn't add up.
No sense in it at all. So they can't continue condemning Big Brother, whereas they don't have anything whatsoever. I trust federal government, they will never cancel it.
I think the church
because DSTV will still pay tax to
the church is fit to compete with Big Brother, but I will not support the verbal attack on the Big Brother.
That is it.
When you refuse to practice or do your own duty, people that doesn't meet up with your standard, they will try to do. They are doing their own within their own capacity.
Yeah.
If you know how to do it better than them, come up with a system. Another question is that can't you send a member of your church to Big Brother to go and prove what they are doing over there wrong?
After all, Jesus entered.
If you are a Christian, my question is, can you go to Big Brother show? If you have the ticket, if you have the opportunity.
Why not? I'll go to Big Brother show.
To show for the light, because
see, this
yeah. If every day like that we live among sinners, so
we are living. So there's no big deal. There is this program that just finished. The Voice.
Yeah.
The Voice. This lady, I don't know her name. I've forgotten her name. She's a Christian from the beginning.
Christian songs.
She sang all Christian songs. From the beginning of the show till she won the show.
Right.
She won the show.
I saw it.
She sang no other worldly music but Christian song.
Yeah.
So therefore, I can go to Big Brother and show forth the light.
Trust me, as a teacher in your church, if they see you on television today in Big Brother's, they will condemn you.
Then your faith is not strong enough to go and show forth the light.
Yes.
Because that's what Christ sent us to do.
Right.
Christ has said, go ye into the world and preach the gospel.
I think most people, most Christians these days, they are just like the Pharisees.
It's hypocrisy.
They are just like the Pharisees. That reminds me, during the COVID and all that, you see all these GOs coming out, giving state government money, giving them buses, giving them stuff. That shows they have money. This money is there, but they just choose to channel it to where people will see them, to where they can get contracts, to where maybe, I would say contract, but maybe if the government wants to.
I don't think it's all the churches that does that give money to the government.
Yeah, but most of it stop when we're talking about the GO, we're talking about
The
these
top
people
ones,
that
the
actually have
leaders.
the money.
The top
The
churches.
leaders that they actually, we're not talking
But we
of
have-
the
we
GO of
really have-
2 branches, 2 church
I know
branches.
about a big GO right now in Nigeria. It's so hot. But what I noticed, this man is really helping people. I think we have like 3 or 4 of them or more. There are so many of them too that are trying to help people. But I think the reason why they don't really want to, they are trying to apply wisdom in terms of criticism. Most of the big fathers made a lot of mistakes. But it takes grace and humility for these people to come out and tell you I made a mistake. There's a big papa that we all respect. There was a time he said he noticed some mistakes in the doctrine of his church, and he promised that he will make sure he changed almost all these things before he died. From my own end, I feel like this is
A great move.
you understand, this is a father. This is someone we can really call father from that act.
Yes.
Because we are, the way the followers are looking at these leaders, I don't think they really comprehend it. They understand that in the church of nowadays, we deceive our leaders a lot. The reason being that most of them are not even ready to accept the truth. If you come after them, tell them this is what you did that is wrong, the way they will come back. So nobody wants to be under this kind of pressure, under this kind of attack. Even the gullible followers will really come for you. This make people that, I believe not everyone that are criticizing them hates them. It's not everyone who says what you are doing is wrong that hates them. A lot of people are even correcting them with love. But we know how to talk more than each other.
Yes.
So
Presentation.
the way, but the thing is, we need to acknowledge the fact that you have gone wrong in some things. If you didn't do things wrong, there wouldn't be any reason for anybody to tell you, yeah, you are not doing it right. So this argument or this conversation we are having about Big Brother, that's part of the reason why we are mentioning the GOs, because most of them are launching attack towards Big Brother. A young guy. He doesn't have, I don't even know his title, maybe he's a reverend or a bishop. He doesn't even have none of those titles. He was able to come up with something, and the system is putting joy, happiness in people's life. And some of you are still saying what he's doing is wrong, they need to close it or whatever. But you also have the same platform. You have the same platform. Don't you think these guys can just set, like, you have the people, Big Brother will always announce, we need people to come to the house. But you have your members already. You can just pick 2 people from your ushering department.
And send them out.
2 people. No, this is Big Brother. We can have Big Daddies. Yeah. Big Daddy's show.
Big Daddy's house.
You set up a Big Daddy show.
God's house.
No, Big Daddy house.
Big Daddy house to compete with Big Brother show.
Because it's a daddy.
Take 3 of your ushers, 3 of your choirs. Try to just
bring something out.
Just help them.
There are a lot of games that Christians can play.
In like a few years ago, about 3 years ago, I was watching a YouTube and this girl was being interviewed. She's from one of these prominent denominations in Nigeria, and they asked her, what will you do when you get to Big Brother? She said she doesn't mind what they think in her church.
Yes.
I guess you saw it.
Yeah.
She didn't mind what they would.
It's like she's a worker in her church.
Exactly.
She said, yes, now.
So
she's a worker, but that doesn't earn her nothing. I know she sounded
irresponsible,
yes.
but that was the zeal.
What are we doing to help such people?
That is it.
Right.
What are we doing as a church to help such
them?
people? If you fail in your responsibility, just like when a lot of pastors were criticizing TB Joshua, a lot of people they name him devil and whatever. When this man died, look at the amount of love he received. Even if that man is a devil, at the beginning.
He has won.
He won you guys.
He has won.
Look at the lives he's able
He
to
has
touch.
changed.
Without having any encounter with him, a lot of people want to serve his God.
Yeah.
Can your own children serve your God? Your own children. Even in many, that's why many pastors under the supervision of many pastors, many pastors, young pastors, like we have young prophets in the Bible.
Yeah.
The senior prophet or the big prophet messed up his life.
Yeah, yeah.
Can many young pastors, young Christians under your department, under your church, can they really vouch to serve your God? Can your children really serve your God? Are they even willing to serve your God? Are you not compromising them? Are you not making them to feel like you are two in one?
True.
Because they sees you better than whom you present yourself to be.
That is it.
So before removing the plank in somebody's eyes, why can't we wash our own linen very clean? Why can't we have the largest crowd in the world? Nigeria has the largest church in the world.
Yes.
The largest auditorium. The largest.
Yes.
But
yes.
Okay, you know, my question now is that most time, even we had it from so many members. They were like, we have this problem. We went to the church. The church said they don't have money. You know, I'm not going to dispute it. There are some churches that are struggling, that doesn't have money. They are unable to help them. But don't you think those, if the church is one, if they are united, don't you think there is possibility of this church, this is your church, church A of God, church B of God, church C of God, don't you think there is something they can do to help one another, to empower one another? You feel like my church, they are suffering, they are not doing well.
They won't do it because I think this thing has turned to competition.
No, that's not
business.
Because I don't want my customers.
Your church grows.
I don't want my customers to leave my branch and come to your branch.
So how is it now going to be possible for the church to wage war against one devil that are united?
See, there was this
one system that are united. Like, look at the Muslim, for example. They speak in one voice.
See, there was
but the church is divided. Let us, if the Muslim are the one that set up a show like Big Brother Africa, this is how the Christian will still be shouting. You understand? But what are you doing? What are we doing for instance?
You know how you will know that this thing has turned to business? There was this woman that told me she attended this particular church, same church. For example, let's say Peace of God Ministry. This woman attends Peace of God Ministry. So there was this Sunday, particularly she was in group chat of that branch, Peace of God Ministry, that branch A. So there was this Sunday that she decided to go to branch B to go and worship.
Oh boy.
So they called her, oh man, we didn't see you in branch A today. Why didn't you call? I'm sorry, I went to branch B today.
And it's the same church, the same
denomination. The same church, the same Peace of God Ministry.
But it has different branches now.
They remove her
from the group chat.
I heard about the story.
I know you.
I don't know, but I heard about that kind of story.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I heard about that kind of story
They
too.
removed that person from that
They blocked my own story. They blocked her.
So
do they have?
They froze her out.
The same church.
So is it that they have one secret stuff that they are doing in that group that they don't want her to tell branch B? Still the same church. This is not like Peace of God versus Joy of God. It's still the same Peace of God.
There's a church now, there's a general overseer who decides to build a school in the north and makes it to be free for everyone to be able to access everything they want in this school. He's trying to build another one. I'm saying this to encourage others. I know we have various ways whereby we can preach the gospel, practice what Jesus stands for, what he dies for.
Mm-hmm. Going by that note that you mentioned, remind me of what we said at one of our programs, like, how many of these people,
the Geos, would go to the north?
Will go to the north and do crusade.
Pitch their tent.
No,
Let them
crusade.
do crusade.
1 week crusade.
In Borno State.
We always say that go to Borno,
Borno need Jesus.
Real Christians, the real Christians are in Borno.
They need crusade.
Yeah,
they need revival.
They need revival.
We
so
need
go
revivalists over there.
Over there.
In case they might not know.
At least we've heard
Maybe they are not aware of this.
We are telling you now, please, Borno need revivalists.
They need evangelists.
At least we heard of what's
big ones. They don't need.
All these people go to forest, go to where they are not wanted.
Yeah, the money forest.
They are not needed in Borno, but go there.
Boko Haram bandits, they pitch their tent in that place. The presence and the power of God in your life can chase those people away from
yes,
them.
go there.
I'm just saying our mind.
Nobody Nobody wants to die for Jesus. Nobody, no Stephen again. Nobody wants to die for Jesus. You look at these Christians in Borno, they still go to church every Sunday, despite that tomorrow is not promised.
Do you know that
The real Christians,
the real ones, not only in the north, they are in Afghanistan. Do you know that under the ground there are Christians now worshiping God? Under the ground in Afghanistan, as the Taliban have taken over the whole nation.
Okay.
And we still have Christians.
How many of our GOs? Maybe they are doing. I won't
A lot of them are doing their best.
How many of them are sending stuff to the north? How many of them are sent stuff to people in Afghanistan? How many of them are helping Christians in Borno? These
Some are doing.
Food. Some are doing. But we are
more.
saying, we need more. Okay, why are they doing that secretly? When they are sending to Borno, they do it secretly. But when they want to give government stuff during COVID, they made it open.
Yeah, maybe because they know our government. You know, the government can collect it and claim out and say, we didn't see nothing. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Maybe
for
the government, for those governments not to deny. But my
tell me for the government not to deny, but the government can buy more than what they gave them.
What did government do? What did they do with the money? They use it to prepare what is it called?
What?
Substance.
Vaccine?
No. What is these things they loot now?
Oh God!
What's the name?
Looters, what did you?
What's that name? What's the name of that?
What did you loot? Is all
palliative.
Yeah, palliative. The government, you know, the church took this money from the cheerful givers, the poor people, and gathered it together and gave it to a corrupt government.
That is it.
People that embezzled money.
That is it.
And these people follow because you are sponsoring them. You love what they are doing. You understand the kind of things they practice. That's why you are supporting them.
You are supporting.
Now they use your money. The money you got from the sweat of others. You gave this money to them. They use it to prepare palliatives. And this palliative, they are not even ready to give it back to your people.
No. At all.
Why don't you just help the government? You have these poor people in your church. And
why don't you just
give the palliative to them?
Directly.
Why do you have to still go through the government? Why do you have to go through the government? And now government, they prepare rice, prepare food stuff, and they are keeping it for their birthdays and the burial ceremony of their fathers and their mothers.
They put sticker on it for birthday. Okay, my question now is, those looters, our GOs, are they going to say they are sinners? That they still...
Wait. You are saying those. Another question just arose.
Is that stealing?
From what you just said, another question just arose now from what you said. Are those looters not going to these same churches that we are talking about?
Christians and Muslims.
It means if those looters are going to our churches and we don't know they are suffering, then we are not Christ-like.
That is it.
It means we are not sharing our pains and our burdens. If I'm passing through anything and you don't know, then we are not what we claim to
be.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
Because the reason why I'm coming with this answer is that many pastors or churches will tell you is because we don't know. They will tell you if these people have problems, they should have come to us. What did you do to those
people you know?
How are you helping those that even came to you?
Right.
On several occasions,
about them.
I've had a situation whereby church member needs help. They ask that member to go and write a proposal.
Letter of proposal. Are you kidding me?
You have a loved one dying in the hospital and they are still asking you to write
a letter of...
What are you doing in that your office that you can't go there to see what's going on? If you don't trust that person and you feel like he's not...
Send a member of your church. Exactly.
You know,
with all this, we will never stop receiving backlashes from unbelievers.
Yes.
They will tell us to our face what we are doing against ourselves.
In what?
Like in 2011, I had an accident and I was admitted. I was in the hospital. So I was unconscious. So there was this, the only thing I know was a man was crying, his wife died. The wife had a ectopic pregnancy, this pregnancy that come outside the womb. So we got to know that this man was supposed to pay 7,500 Naira. We didn't know, my sisters didn't know. Not until the man was crying and all that, we got to know what happened. So the man, I was at the surgical ward, so the woman's bed was directly opposite my own bed. Could you believe that man, Nigeria system, they would never, it was a state government hospital. They didn't treat this woman, they didn't attend to her, she was left there with the heavy stomach. So the man went home to sort for money, he couldn't get money. He even came back without the 7,500 and this woman died. On his way back, they just told him, we are sorry, you are late. We lost her. And that was how we got to know. So my question is, this man, I'm very sure the man will be either a Muslim or a Christian. But he won't even be bold enough to go to the church because you already know. Or what if he had been to the church and they said, sorry, we've sent our offering to the headquarters.
Aside from that, people are scared of going to the church nowadays because they are scared that their news will be posted around.
Yeah, most pastors need to
so the fear of I don't want my news to go around, to be spread around, restricts people from going to the pastors.
To seek help, right?
To seek help. That's that. Two is that, about what you said, we have sent our offering to the headquarters. Why are we sending our offerings to the headquarters? What is the headquarters using our offering to do?
Already built. I'll just say headquarters should monitor their money. Monitor how they spend it. Have this money in the branch account, but if the parish pastor wants to spend the money, have receipt for what you spend. But sending money to headquarters doesn't make sense to me because headquarters is already built. It
will sound foolish. Okay. So to say, if there is an headquarters of a church somewhere that gathers people in a small branch, and you expect them to send everything they gather to take care of your needs, without thinking of their own needs, there will always be a need
at the branch.
At that branch.
Thank you.
To me, that is selfish. It doesn't make sense. How do you expect them, or how do you want them to take care of their own needs when there is?
And that brings me to a question.
Look at the person that fire pastor.
Yeah, and that brings me to that question of what Bewa said. Why are we firing pastors out of their positions?
They are not performing.
Because we were told that they were not fruitful. What's the definition of your fruitfulness? That is it.
Is it that the pastor
was not making money?
Has he ever closed the church down? That today I'm tired.
Exactly.
I'm not going to. You know,
Exactly.
Why not join the pastor in prayer? And if you are sure God showed you and God confirmed it that this man that you are anointing, I've called him. You understand? The pastor, I know at one particular time when the pastor came to your church, you asked God, have you called this man? Even before anointing the man and before making that man a branch pastor. Now, if that pastor is not, if something performing, I think you guys should go on your knees and
go
pray
to God.
God that confirmed it that I called him. Go back to that God.
Both the big prophet and the small prophet. Are you not working for God?
The same God.
So
Thank you.
Did God instruct you to fire the small prophets?
So
all these things are,
you know, people hide under Holy Spirit. So if, if the big prophet come out to say, Jesus, I heard Jesus, and God said, fire him, then case closed. But if you have not gone back to God and asked God about in
the first instance, will God say fire someone who is not fruitful?
God will not say that, because God is a God of second chance, and God will ever be God. You will still have God to go to.
So
like it's not as if the pastor closed down the church one Sunday and said
he's tired.
It's not that he commits fornication or adultery.
Thank you.
Those are the only reason why you should fire somebody.
Thank you.
I will even say fire if someone commits adultery.
You
suspend them until you help them.
To get back to their
purpose of a church is to make sure you lead everybody to heaven, to Christ. So if even that one soul that fall apart, or the lost one, Jesus is more interested in
that
more than those that are
saved.
Standing. So what do you want? That kind of life, you expect them to be miserable and like, what do you expect of them
to do?
Okay, look at the militants, for example. Who becomes a militant? Ex-military man. When you don't take care of them, they were once soldiers, so they were trained. They have all the trainings. Don't be surprised that most of these Boko Haram will be trained military, trained soldiers.
Yeah.
So if you fire a pastor that there is nothing he can do, he will go back, go into the world, seek extra power, and become a fake prophet.
That the devil is interested in whom God is interested.
So if you firing that man, you are just chasing him to them
to the lion to consume.
Go and use him, because that kind of person will go and meet one babalawo. Please give me juju and start
deceiving people.
So that shows, from all these.
So that people will actually see that he can be fruitful. He will go and seek extra power.
It means we, the Christians.
The blood will be on the higher pastors.
We, the Christians, we are the enemies of ourselves.
Exactly.
And that's why it's hard for us to raise a system that we compete with the system of the world.
Yes.
Let's go back to the secular music.
Yeah.
The worldly musician.
Or the dance.
Look at it. They determine the kind of step dance, the dance, the beats, even the songs that we listen to in the church.
Yeah. We are now converting worldly songs to Christian songs.
How you even dress. They influence fashion.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard. And look at all these guys. Most of these top worldly artists, most of them originated from the church.
Definitely.
But because you have divided your kingdom against yourself, you are not able to come up with something tangible. You lost these people. God gave everybody in the church to edify the body of Christ. Different gifts. All talents. God is the owner of them. He created them all for his own glory. But because you guys divide yourself against one another, you lost these people, and now they became something else outside, tormenting the soul of the church.
Right.
And the problem you caused, you've never solved that. The division is still It's
still
the
there.
foundation, is the base of your problem.
You are not looking
and you
at
are solving the problem, the
Of-
one that is coming from them outside.
Because they were united to bring this up.
Everybody, maybe including the sponsors, the what's it called? The should we call them candidates?
If we even
those people in Big Brother, all of them from A to Z.
they are Christian.
To cameraman, they are Christian. They go to church.
If you find out,
But
if the churches find out the people that sponsor Big Brother, you will be shocked that most of them are your church members.
Even the person that started the idea of this Big Brother must have come from a church.
Yeah. Like, let's bring them together. Look at all this drama ministry. You can strongly say this is, apart from my Bamiloye, like this is drama ministry that's yet you tell us don't watch.
And there is another one, Oriofe Williams.
Who is Oriofe Williams?
Awojesu.
Who is Awojesu?
See, but if we come together now, like, okay, we are drama group. If we go to one G or we write them, can you promote us? They won't. They will not, because not until if you now go outside to make it and you start doing secular movie, they will come.
They will now castigate you. You are going to hellfire.
I've seen some that even said Christians should not be watching Nollywood. What are you watching there? But how are you helping the Christian drama
society?
How are you building that industry for them? Look at what Pastor Chris did. We talked about it in the last video. Yeah. How he helped the music ministry, their music industry.
And these their songs that we are singing in our different denominations.
Christ Embassy raised a standard. Yeah. They raise a system that competes with the secular world in terms of music. So what do you think the Christians should do in, that can compete with this Big Brother, at least in conclusion?
In conclusion, I would say Big Brother should not go anywhere. Let Big Brother remain Big Brother, as it is called. Let them do whatever act they want to do there. It is not our prerogative to start pointing fingers at Big Brother when we ourselves are not doing anything. It is now left for the Christendom to build a system, or to build the same kind of system that this Big Brother has built and compete with them. If we are able to overpower them, we will begin to see a gravity of people. People will begin to gravitate towards what is better. Because we have to make them realize this thing you are doing, immorality and all that, is not part of what should be done. So now we have to do something spectacular. It shouldn't just be any kind of thing if we want to really compete. So now it has to be something spectacular that would compete and beat Big Brother hands down. As Big Brother is competing, they too will want to upgrade. But we also have to be at the upper echelon to be beating them hands down. Then we'll begin to see the gravity of people going towards ours, rather than, like we said, the girl that said stupidity.
Yeah, that says
she's a worker in a denomination.
And that she doesn't care. She will go to Big Brother and do whatever
exactly. Because of what? Because of money, because of fame. So if we can do something spectacular that will bring money, not only money, that will bring them fame, not only fame, that will bring them success down the road, let the Christendom begin to come together and do it, or else we will just begin to lose members every single day. And the heart of Father is bleeding regarding this.
So which means all this fame, money, achieving your goals in life is possible even by remaining in the Christian settings. Because there's this church, Dunamis, Dr. Paul NAIJA, there was a time he made an announcement that if you are a member of his church or you are a Christian, you have any gift. The man too is a vocal person. He talks a lot when it comes to condemning evil. He's outspoken. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But he was so angry. There was a time I was listening to his preaching and he was so angry. It's like, any gift that you have and you are a Christian and you don't have a platform to showcase it, just come to his church and let him know. We have a lot of them. There is one, I don't know if they call him Dr. Jesus or whatever. I think he's a Muslim. He's an Igbo man. This, I don't
comedian.
know if I get
is it a comedian?
No, he's a pastor.
Okay.
He builds schools, gives free
So I've
education.
heard about them. I don't know his name.
He's an Igbo man in
He's
Nigeria.
an Igbo man.
Yeah.
That man is really doing great things. Then Dr. Chris, I will give kudos to all these guys. So, you know, to support all these things that this great, what me I'm saying is that we can do it as a Christian.
That's it.
We are not criticizing anybody, and criticism will not make nothing to work.
Yes.
Because immediately you are coming out from one angle to tackle things that has been done. Let me tell you, you have two eyes. It's just like somebody telling me, I'm watching you.
I'm
also watching you.
That is
you are
it.
telling me you are watching me, that I'm looking left. I will tell you, I also saw you looking
right.
Why don't you get things done correctly and let those things speak? I know a lot of GOs, a lot of pastors they are doing well. They've done a lot, but you are not doing enough.
Yeah.
If you are telling us that you are feeding the poor, you are doing this, you are doing that, but because you feel like you have done a lot, the next thing is for you to go and be numbering private jets. You are not doing well
at all.
You are not doing well. If you feels like you are done with all the poor people or the poor masses in your state, please go to another state.
Yeah.
Go to Bono.
Go to another state.
You don't have to even go to Bono.
If for the purpose of gospel you need a jet, please just get one.
Oh.
Sell the rest. Even we here, we still need money. You've never reached us too. Give us part of those things so that we'll be using it to help you to propagate the gospel too. We are also called.
Yeah.
So, Bewa, for your closing, what do you have to say to round this?
So what
topic?
I would say is no closure of Big Brother.
No.
Big Brother should remain, but censored. No exposure of private part, because if you look at it very well, I know people will say, well, that's a life or something. If you go into that Big Brother house as a married man or a married woman, you have kids, or someday you still have kids. When that kid grows up, when it grows up, you don't know the emotional trauma that it will give. That's why all these people having nude photo shoot for baby shower and all that. Like,
yeah,
oh,
everybody going naked
these days.
All these people they belong to one denomination, one church or the other.
Or the other.
And you guys even see them when they give birth, they put it.
You still name their children, and you still the pastor will still go for
carry
the dedication. You will still dedicate the baby and still do the Christian whatever
the christening.
Yes.
They
So
still do the christening for a but the mother had already naked herself for photo shoots.
For the sake of these kids, that they will grow up one day and see what you've done and all that. We don't know what the next generation. People say that next generation they will be worse than this one. They will walk on the street naked. What if it's not like that? What if the next generation come out to be like more decent than we? What do you
want them? Fire for God more than
people.
Yeah.
How do you want them to feel?
This generation might be a failed generation. The generation that failed God.
Yeah.
And the next generation
you will stand for God.
Yeah, have that zeal for God. So how do you want them to feel? So if you can just censor it, it's still okay. You can still deny what you do under the blanket and say, oh no, it's just a spiritual, just making body movement. But you bringing out your private part and all that is what I am not in support of. Dressing real good, covering up your body. I'm not saying you should wear turtleneck and all that. If you wear normal clothes that someone should wear, that will say you are not involved, you are not Jewish, you are not this, you are not that. No. It will make you like that. People will still look at you as a beautiful person, and the exposure part, private parts, exposing your private part, that's the only aspect that I don't like. But every other thing in Big Brother is okay. And to our religious leader, you cannot take something from me if you don't have something to give me. I'm sorry. So if you want to take Big Brother away, if you don't want me to go to Big Brother and compete, make an alternative. make where I can go and make myself useful in this
Because our
society.
cell phone will just be useless. You will not see something to watch.
She goes on Instagram to watch Big Brother though.
Like, they said Nigeria, they can cancel Facebook, they can cancel this thing and all that. I was like, oh, they are going to take these people through hell because social media is part of us. I know it's part of this.
Bringing everybody
life too.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings us, even from China, from wherever, you can do business, you can do a lot of things on social media. So you
There's a
can't
lot of
just wake
advantage.
up one day and want to use your religious power because you're the one doing prayers for all these politicians and all that. You want to use that influence to close that. No. Don't use your political power to close it. Use your evangelical power to close it. If that makes sense. To transform the world. If you have an alternative today and it's very good, it's better than Big Brother. Trust me, Big Brother will close down without anybody closing
Yes.
it.
That is it.
Yes.
So-
People will gravitate towards
So
what
that
is
would
better.
just-
If you
that's
know the
just
amount
my-
of your church members that are watching Big Brothers,
Yeah.
so if you have a way of redirecting them,
Redirecting
Big
them.
Brothers will start losing members.
That is
they
it.
They will close up. Now they are 90 million. Next year,
It might be
100 million.
yeah. The previous one was like 30. Was it 36 or something? Now this one is
You
90.
see, it's previous year, and now
This
this
one is
new
90.
year is 90.
So
We
next
don't even
year,
know.
you
Maybe
don't
it will be
know what we are
120
going
million.
to. Guys, you
So-
pray to God and God has blessed you. All this year, I'm referring to geos. You pray to God, you have the resources, you have everything that it takes, you have building to use. Please, just do something.
So these guys are just trying to come up with initiative that in their mind believing they want to develop Nigeria. That's what happened. Lately, the Nigerian comedy industry came up with a system like that. I think it's sponsored through who did it? I think it's
AY.
You
Yeah.
say why
AY.
life?
Yeah. So
No, not AY.
Night of 1,000 laughs.
No,
AY
it's a different one.
It is a system whereby they are able to bring up
comedians.
new comedians.
Yeah.
If you are a comedian and
Yeah.
you know they set up
I
that
think
platform.
the black came through AY.
Yes.
So this AY
But this
life.
time
But
around,
this one is
this
brother
time around,
base.
he did it
Brother
like Big
base.
Brother,
Oh.
whereby they camp them in a building
Yeah.
like Big Brother
Wow.
show. I'm just saying this because the church can do better than that.
Yes,
this is
they can.
AY single-handedly
Sponsoring that.
and he makes sure no immoral act because he didn't. I know a time is coming. Female comedian will be included.
Definitely.
But my closing for today is that as a Christian, you know, charity begins
At home.
As a Christian, go out to shine as light. You Christian, go out there. That is the kingdom of darkness, right? Go there and shine as light. You can do it.
Like
And
that
all-
lady in The Voice.
yes.
Yeah,
The
Voice
one you
Nigeria.
were there.
And
Yeah.
all these things is achievable, but you can't just come out collectively with your voice and condemn what somebody established.
No.
But this thing is achievable from individual home, from each family. How are you raising your own children at home?
Right.
How are you dressing?
Right.
You came out to just blab and tell everybody that Big Brother is demonic or whatever, but you are going to club. You are going to night party. Your children are even seeing you the way you are even cheating on your husband, your wife at home. You are, look at what you are preaching. You understand? But now you just want to come out and put on hypocrisy, and you want everybody to accept you like that.
No.
You need to repent.
Even the
Yeah,
you need to
even the
change.
pastor that is that is having an affair with church member will still come out and say Big Brother
It's bad.
is bad.
And look at the Olympic, look at the World Cup. Different kind of people attend.
Yeah.
You want to tell me the fact that you have to put on swimming pants, does that should not define whom you are?
Wow.
Yeah.
And the fact that you are competing as a male athlete and you
As a female athlete.
you are putting on the uniform that shows your body. If I'm now lusting after you, there's something
It's
is
wrong.
with me.
That is
That's
it.
not the competition.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to close for today. But until we see you next time, we really appreciate you. We said it the last time that we will read the comments.
Oh,
we forget to, you know, to go through all that. But before we read the comments, we really appreciate this. We got more subscribed this week. This week we got more subscribed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We know we can still do more. We can go far.
Yeah, with your support.
So we got more subscribed, and we got a lot of comments, and we would like to read those comments to appreciate you and to acknowledge that we know you, we saw you, we
feel you.
We feel you.
So
this is how we will be doing it. Shegzi will be reading some parts, Bewa will be reading some, while I'll be reading some, and that will be the closing for today. And Sam extend his greetings to you.
Yes.
And very soon he will be coming up on the show again.
So
whereby you will be seeing his crispy face.
Exactly.
I miss my brother too. Yes.
Who
So
is your brother?
Oh, people like people
is
like
your daddy?
I miss my brother Sam.
Okay, now.
All right, let's hear from Shegzi.
I will read my first comment. Okay, Unique Touch says parents need to do better, actually, and kids too shouldn't take a step that would ruin their entire lives. Good job, team.
So this comment is coming from the last video we did on the reasons or the crisis between teenagers and their parents, especially when they get to the stage of moving out of the house without getting the blessings of their parents. So Bewa, let's hear from you.
So from Tosin Adeniran, she said, I think it all starts from the scratch. Let there be effective communication, and parents should be involved and interested in their children's lives, not only from the little kid, but as they grow older, especially when they tend towards adulthood. These kids need to be guided accordingly so that no matter the peer pressure out there, they will not be moved. And so do the right thing and no rush to move home until they are mature to do so.
Thank you, Tosin.
Thank you,
we
Tosin.
really appreciate that.
Tosin Adeniran or Derinde.
Yes.
Thank you for that comment. And J. Mikoyo said, I think you guys need to interview more parents and more teenagers to see how things are done differently in different homes. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, J. Mikoyo. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and of course we'll do that.
And Historically History TV says, truth unfold. Thank you, Historically History. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
From Abiodun Odufowa, he says, this is beautiful. Thank you, Abiodun. We appreciate it.
And there's somebody whose name is Jesus Boy said, honestly, a lot of mistakes are made either by parents or the young adult at this particular stage. Right, we know that. Thank you, Jesus Boy, for that comment.
And Adi Ajet says black parents that tell their kids to move out at 18 usually say that in response to what they perceive as actions or words of disrespect from their kids. There are quite a few things that can affect parenting styles, such as education, parental upbringing, income, even environment. You can't compare parenting in the hood to the parenting in the suburbs. Lastly, as for the teens moving out as soon as they can, I believe some do that because they grew up in the heavy-duty religions they don't understand, or maybe grew up in the traumatic environments where they were raped, molested emotionally, or physically abused by the people that were supposed to protect them. Yeah, to me, this topic is heavier than it was handled.
Thank you, Ade Agent. We will do. I think we will do better next time. I think we are coming up.
Yeah.
So, and if there's any way you feel like we should handle it better, we will also appreciate that in our comments too.
Leave a comment.
And I think she has she had like 2 more
replies,
whereby some people dispute, some people appreciate part of her comment, and
some disputed
that statement. But we don't have to read that. I think we need to just move on to
to the next.
So from Word for You, he or she says, parents and teenagers war indeed. Both needs to work it out though. Thank you, Word for You, for that beautiful comment.
Thank you. Owoya Oluwaseyi for me. I think parents have more work to do than they think. But to the teenagers, now your life then they build for you.
So that means they are building your life for you.
Yeah.
They are helping you to build your life.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From Skyview 1. That topic is a complex one, but a reality show though. Thank you, Skyview. Really appreciate that. So
from Ajide Samuel, it says, good job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajide.
Thank you, Ajide.
Finally, treasure hope. What we don't know earlier.
Right.
True.
What we don't know earlier, which means I didn't mean we know this. Maybe we would have stayed in our parents' homes longer.
We would have done things
differently.
Thank you. And that will be the end of everything on today's show. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Share with your friends, even your enemies. We love you.
Families too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.